mean to overcome to you?
To me, overcoming is when you go through that long season of struggle. It just seems as if nothing is going your way. You praying, you fasting and all this stuff, and it just seems like God not moving. And then finally, you get to that point where you break through and you look back and you start putting things together like, okay, this is why God made me do this. This is why God had me wait for this. And then it starts to become clear. So that's what overcoming is to me.
Yeah, it's very similar to what you have to say. Overcoming is when you finally come to, many battles we fight in life, and we have to overcome a lot of things. So overcoming is when you finally put whatever that high place or whatever that thing that had you bound aside, and you finally become a better person because you've overcome those struggles that you had in the past. You've overcome that addiction or whatever you wanted to overcome. So it's very important that we all just take that journey and finally overcome. But it's a very huge moment when you finally gotten past that thing that's had you bound.
Hey everybody, we are here and we have a guest with us. We would like for you to share your name.
Brianna.
All right, Brianna, so the first question we're going to ask is, what does it mean to overcome?
To overcome, it means to keep pushing forward regardless of your obstacles you're faced with, and to keep striving to be better.
Yes, I love that. And then a follow-up question, if that's okay. Okay, what advice would you give someone who's going through it right now?
Continue to fight, because it may be hard right now, but it's not going to always be hard, and never give up.
Oh, you're so great. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, that was good.
That was good, yeah. Okay, well, thanks for joining us today. You have a blessed day. Thank you. So what's the question?
What is overcoming to you? What does it mean to overcome?
Okay, overcoming to me is you're faced with a challenge that you thought you would not be able to overcome. Basically, it's really difficult, but then you're able to actually overcome that situation, whether it might be through the help of family or friends, most importantly God. But once you overcome it, when you see that thing again, you're like, oh, I think I'm okay now. I don't have to struggle with it anymore. So that's kind of what overcoming means to me.
So how do you keep going when you feel like giving up?
And I just gotta keep the faith, because out here it's getting real crucial. Like when life gets you to the point where you feel like you're hopeless, you feel like you're all by yourself, you feel like nothing's working out, and you pray every day, but it seems like sometimes the more you pray, the more stuff keeps happening, or the more you pray, it's like the enemy's listening, and the very thing you prayed about, it's like the opposite is happening. So how I keep going, how I keep coming along this journey of overcoming, is I just keep faith in God that He will come through, and I have that willpower in me that no matter what I might go through in life, I can overcome this because other people have done it before. And I know I can too. So I would just encourage anybody else to just have that willpower, keep the faith, and just keep going, even though sometimes life may not show you everything you need. Life may not show you the results immediately, but you just got to keep waiting. And then eventually things will work out and you will overcome. Christian from Impact Podcast. And what's your name, sir? Sharon. Yes, thank you for coming on the show. I just got 2 questions for you. How do you keep going when you feel like giving up?
I seek advice from the elderly, someone who is financially stable and who can teach, who have taught their kids, and it's proof that they're financially stable.
Yeah.
And they have no worries, so they got their life together. So that's who I kind of.
Exactly, man. And what advice would you give to someone that's about to give up, or someone that's trying to overcome something?
To find resources, to kind of collect like all type of resources and use your community.
I got you.
The best way you can.
That's very true, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Do you want to give us your name?
Tiara.
Tiara. So we're here with Tiara, and for our one question is, what's one thing that helps you grow through a hard season?
For me, I either go out in nature, ground myself, or I talk to my dad. He's very positive and encouraging. So, and I also think about, like, you know how they say silver lining?
Mm-hmm.
I look at the silver lining through anything.
Oh, that's good. I really like that. And then what's advice you would give someone who's going through it right now?
No matter how low you are in your life, it's always that silver lining. So just focus on that, and it'll help you get through anything. Just don't dwell on your situation. You can think about it, but don't dwell on it, or you'll stay in that situation.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Thank you, Tiara.
You're welcome.
How do you keep going when you feel like giving up?
Ooh. How do I keep going when I feel like giving up? Definitely my faith in the Lord. Like, I just lean on Him more, pray more, and I feel like that's the time where you don't stop going to church. Like, you immerse yourself more into it. So for me, we have like Saturday morning prayers. That's really beneficial for me and helping me not give up. And then the other part would be community. So I try to be intentional about people that are in my circle and just making sure that they're rooted and grounded in Christ. And I feel like they help me as well get through like really hard times. So yeah, those things.
Okay, man, here's your next question. How do you keep going, like, when you feel like giving up?
So when I feel like giving up, I always try to think back of what I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those hard, difficult seasons might even been worse than what you're going through now, when you think like, wow, God brought me through that. So I know this is nothing to Him. If He brought me through that, which was much larger, now I can let my faith be built on that and know that this thing is only for a season. So that way I know for sure I'll overcome. We have another guest here on Impact Podcast. What's your name again?
Jamal.
Jamal, thank you for coming on. Got one question for you. How do you stay strong during tough times?
Just being resilient. You know, you while you're going through that tough time, you kind of got to know that, you know, that's what you kind of got to know that's what you're supposed to be doing. Just always be present and know that, yeah, it sucks at the moment, but that there's always light at the end. No matter how grim and dark it looks, there's always light. And so just kind of being present and knowing that, and focusing on one thing at a time. But, you know, ultimately, it's something that you may have to go through. That you like, it don't feel good, but you got to get it done. You know, we're here to play the game. We got to play the game. So, you know what I mean. So, be a disgruntled player, but you still got to play. So,
That's true.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I like that, man. What's some advice that you would give to someone that's going through it?
Just surround yourself with positive people. Try to stay positive. Always, your mindset is first and foremost. That'll dictate everything else. But get yourself right spiritually first, and then your mindset and everything else will follow. I think. Shit, what's the question?
Oh, it's just a matter of you answered it well. It's just basically, how can you just what's some advice you would give to someone that's going through? You basically answered. So thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man, I appreciate you, bro.
There you go.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you all doing today?
Good. Thank you.
Yes. My name is Imani. What is your all's name?
Kelsey and Latanya.
Kelsey and
Latanya.
Latanya. Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
beautiful.
Thank you.
So our first question, how do you stay strong during tough times?
I think one of the ways how I stay strong during tough times is knowing that I have faith and trusting the process and always having hope. And I believe that everything happens for a reason, and not everything bad is always bad. A lot of times the bad will lead us to the good. So I think just having faith and trusting the process.
I love that response.
And my purpose of staying strong is having faith in my religion, which is God. And I know that if I have the faith in that, I can continue to stay strong in everything that's going on around me.
Okay, awesome.
Literally. And I just got one more question. What advice would you give to someone who's going through it right now?
I think some advice I would give to someone is to take it one day at a time. Not every day is going to be great, but a bad day doesn't equal a bad life. So take it one day at a time, and you'll get through this. You will.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
And my advice is that there's always, when you're going through the storm, that the storm doesn't last forever.
Amen.
And the storm will be over. And once that storm is over, you will learn from that experience that will make you a stronger person.
That's great.
That's
Those
amazing answers.
Amazing takeaways.
Like y'all had it prepared.
Yeah, thank y'all for the advice. Thank y'all for coming on the show. Yeah. And that was another episode of Impact Podcast. We went out there into the community, and we just want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, tag, subscribe, and share this with one of your friends, two of your friends, with that group chat, whoever it might be. Just make sure you share it. We're trying to impact the future by pointing to the cross. Make sure you follow me at One Christian Kennedy. One Christian Kennedy on Instagram. Make sure you follow the co-host Amani on Instagram _Mani, and you follow Darren at Naraya.tv. Naraya.tv. Make sure you follow all of us. We'll also have an Instagram page. It's Impact Podcast Show. Impact Podcast Show. We also have a giveaway. Congratulations to the winner. We want to do more of that in the future. Just make sure y'all continue to tune in, and we can do more of that. Make sure that y'all comment some ideas. We want to get out in our community more, and we'll do it if y'all enjoy these episodes. So just make sure y'all continue to be impactful in your life, and you can overcome. Have a great day, y'all.